Hi, welcome back to Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Welcome to the month of October, one of my favorite times of year. Today, we're going to make a treat, the fall treat. Since October is the beginning of fall for me, I like to make wonderful, comforting types of food. And so today, we're going to make pumpkin bread. We're going to start off with the ingredients. I'm going to start off with the 9x5 loaf pan. I sprayed it with Pam and dusted it with flour. I have the oven preheating at 350 degrees. And we're going to start with the ingredients. I have 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon cloves, 1/4 teaspoon ginger, 3/4 teaspoon sea salt, 2 large eggs, 1/2 cup of sugar, which I put in this bowl, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of orange juice, and 2/3 cup of toasted pecans. And I know what you're thinking, what am I going to do with the orange juice? When you put the orange juice in the mixture, it just enhances the flavor. So that's what we're going to do. And to start off, we're going to whisk all the dry ingredients together. So we've got the, well, not all, some of them. We're not going to do the sugars. We've got the flour, the 1 3/4 cup of flour. We're going to add the baking soda. We're going to add the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the cloves, the ginger, and the sea salt. So let's get that all in there together. Make sure I get all the soda out of here. Put in there. And so we're going to whisk all of that together. So let's just, and the reason you want to whisk these dry ingredients together is because you want it to all be blended. You don't want to have spots in the bread where it tastes more spicier than the other part, because basically pumpkin bread is pumpkin spice bread because of all the different spices in it. Makes it delicious. So when it looks kind of brown like that, you know it's all blended together. So we set this to the side now, and now we take the sugar. This is the 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. We take the brown sugar, and we're going to take the eggs and put the eggs in. But before I put the eggs in, I like to whisk the eggs together with a fork to get them all broken apart and put in the mixture here, the sugars, because that way you know that all the egg is going to be evenly distributed. So let's get that in there. Let's blend all this together. It's real easy with a fork. That's why I use a fork whisk. Sometimes it's takes a little extra effort, but with a fork it's pretty good. Okay. Make sure it's in there like that. Take a look at it. So now we're going to blend in the pumpkin. We're going to put the pumpkin in because we're going to blend all this together. This is the wet ingredients. So we're going to get all these wet ingredients mixed together. And while I have you here, please like my videos. I get a lot of views on the videos, but everybody doesn't remember to like that. Like them. If you like them, please hit the like button, because that helps me out a lot. I really would appreciate if you hit the like button on the videos. So go to Kathy's Creole Kitchen on YouTube and hit the like button, and that'll help me out a lot. So we're gonna get I just put the oil in, and now I'm putting the orange juice, and I'm going to beat it with the fork. I think it's a little less messy with the fork sometimes. So let's get it all mixed together like that. So yeah, go to Kathy's Creole Kitchen on YouTube. Like my videos. Let me know if you made it, how it turned out, how your family liked it or your friends liked it. Because I really like reading what my viewers have to say. And I really, really need you guys to hit those like buttons. So please, please, by all means, hit those like buttons. So now, I think we've got this mixed up pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so now we're going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And how you do that is you just take it and you just kind of mix it in there, get it all poured in there. I'm going to get a spatula so I can get it all out so I don't waste anything. Get it all out in there. All right, we got that in there. Set that to the side. Now I'm going to take the whisk and whisk it this time. The fork won't get it with the flour. So let's just blend it all together. And you don't, it's a big deal. You don't want to over blend it because people tend to over blend things. And when you over blend it, it makes it tough. And we definitely don't want it tough. We want this to be the most wonderful thing that hits your mouth. So let's get this all blended in. And you know you're going to have some lumps, but that's okay. But once you see that all the flour is blended in with the wet ingredients, then you're in good shape. But like I say, it's going to have some lumps in it. But you have to turn it over and make sure all the flour is blended. So I'm going to give it a little hard whisk here. And then I'm going to roll it over because you want to check the batter to make sure there's no floury parts of it. Okay, got that. And now we're going to gently fold in the pecan pieces. Now, if you don't like pecans, you don't have to put the pecans in it. I'm from Louisiana, so I love pecans. And any opportunity that I can get to add pecans into something, I do it, because to me pecans enhance the flavor of something. So I have 2/3 cups of pecans, but by all means, if you don't like pecans, don't put them in. But I am using pecans because I love them. So I'm going to gently fold them in. Got them in there. And this is just this, you can have this for breakfast, lunch, a snack. It is great with a cup of coffee, a wonderful cup of Community Club chicory coffee, because that's what I was raised on. A glass of milk for the kids, you know, it's just great. You can have this as a dessert with after your lunch. So now that I have it all mixed up and not overly mixed, I'm going to get the pan and I'm going to pour it in the pan, the prepared pan. Remember, the pan has been sprayed with Pam and dusted with flour so that it doesn't stick. Let's just put it all in there. I can't wait to get this out of the oven. Looking good, let me tell you. So just put that over to the side. Let me get the spatula and kind of get the rest of it out. Put it in here. Smooth it in there. So now we're ready to pop it in the oven. We're going to put it in a 350 degree oven. We're going to cook it from anywhere from 55 to 65 minutes. After 55 minutes, you check it with a toothpick. And if the toothpick comes out with just a few little crumbs on it, it's done. But after 55 minutes, start checking it every 5 minutes. So let's get it into the oven. And I have it like on the 3rd shelf of the oven so that the top doesn't cook too crispy. So we're gonna let it cook and then we'll take it out of the oven when it's done. The beeper's going off on the timer's going off on the oven. So we're gonna get the pumpkin bread out of the oven now. Pretty hot. We're gonna set it up here. It's got a beautiful crusty top on it. Looking good. Oh, I forgot to turn this thing on. Alrighty, it's looking wonderful. We're gonna let it cool because you can't flip it out until it cools completely. So I have it on a rack. It has to cool completely. I'm thinking maybe 15, 20 minutes before I can take it out. And when I take it out, I'm gonna do a little surprise for you. We're gonna do a little glaze to put on top. So let's let it cool off and then we'll make that glaze. Okay, so I've got the bread out of the pan. It's been cooling. You can see how it rose a little bit weird, but it's okay. We're gonna make a little glaze just to add some interest to it. So what I have here is a cup of powdered sugar, and I have about 1/8 of a cup of orange juice, but I'm not gonna use it all at once. I'll put, a little bit at a time to see how it mixes. So I got that in there. Try to mix it up. And you keep adding it to the consistency that you want it. This is kind of a tedious process, but that's just how you make just a little sugar glaze frosting. I think I might have to use the whole 1/8 of a cup of it. I might have to get some more. We'll have to see. Just kind of stir it up. This will give it a lovely little flavor. Just have a little sugary on it, I'm all about the little bit of sugary. I think I need a little bit more orange juice. Let me get a little bit more. Shake the orange juice up. Put a little bit more. Add a little more in there. This is mighty stubborn, I'll tell you. So you guys, I need subscribers to my YouTube page. If you want me to keep doing this, I really need you to get subscribers on my YouTube page, and I need to get a lot of likes and things like that, because if I don't get interaction with the public, then what's the point of doing this? I do this because I think maybe y'all like it, but I can't tell if I don't get the number of subscribers, if I don't get new subscribers, and if I don't get likes. I don't know if I should keep going or just say chuck it. So, guys, if y'all want me to keep going, just give me some subscribers on there and hit the like button and give me comments and tell me what's going on. Okay, so now, I say I put about maybe almost 1/4 of a cup of orange juice, and I'm just gonna hit it in the microwave for a few seconds so that I can have it a little warm and put it over on it. So let me put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Actually, I put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds to get the desired consistency I wanted. And so now we're just gonna pour it over the bread, just like that. Just put your little swirl on it, pour it over it, just so you have a little ice and give it a little extra zip. And it's really good. My family likes everything sweet. I like it sweet. Most people like it sweet, but you don't have to put that on there. You don't have to put the glaze. You don't have to put the pecans. You can do it just how you want. So that's that. And before I cut into it, I'll show you guys how delicious it is. I'm going to recap the ingredients. You're going to start off with 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon cloves, 1/4 teaspoon ginger, 3/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 2 large eggs, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup brown sugar, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 1/4 cup orange juice, and 2/3 cup of toasted pecans. And for the glaze, you just take 1 cup of powdered sugar and almost 1/4 cup of orange juice. So let me get a knife and we'll cut it and see how delicious it is. I like the ends. It's my favorite pieces. The butt of it. Let me get a plate. Put this on there. Take a look at how delicious it looks with the pecans in there. I'm just gonna cut a little piece. So I don't know where the fork is. Well, I don't feel like getting a fork. I'm being a little lazy. Let's take a little bite. delicious. And like I say, the orange in the cake just gives it that orange juice just gives it a little extra zip. And you can do it with or without the pecans. And you can do it with or without the glaze. Thank you so much for joining me this session of Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Please go to YouTube to Kathy's Creole Kitchen and like my video. Leave me comments. Let me know if you made it. Let me know what you liked, how you liked it. And I'll see you again next week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.